Loss and grief on St. Louis College campuses. Students are expressing renewed concerns with accessing mental health resources as both SLU and WashU campuses report a number of student deaths, some of them being suicides. News 4's Gabriela Vidal is live outside SLU's campus tonight with the changes students say they're still not seeing from the university.
Yeah, Sam, it was just 10 days ago that a student at SLU University died by suicide. And the university reported that to students and faculty, but this is not the only student death this month and student death by suicide in the last school year, which is prompting students to demand more change.
No one thinks when they go to college that it's going to be people crying on their way to class.
Since the start of the school year, junior Hannah Belaska says the environment on SLU's campus has felt different for her and some of her peers.
Every time we get a notification for an emergency, everyone's like, oh, did someone die?
A somber feeling that started for some back in the fall when the university first announced 2 students on campus died by suicide.
The first student that this actually occurred to was someone that I was friends with. And so that had a very big impact on me.
Megan Erspamer says her friend's death took a toll on her own mental health in the weeks that followed. Students responded with a petition pushing the university for greater access to mental health resources.
It really opened up the doors for students on campus to see that this is a problem and that administration and everyone needs to be talking about this.
But just in the last 2 weeks, 2 more students and a resident physician have died at SLU. One so far has been labeled a suicide.
It's not shocking in the way that the university still hasn't done everything that they can do for it, which might be one of the reasons why it does keep happening.
A similar loss is also happening on WashU's campus. 2 students have died since February, once confirmed by the university as a suicide.
Since all of that has happened, it's very almost depressing sometimes.
Belaska says since fall, she hasn't seen a lot of changes from SLU.
I think that they should start putting their finances in more important things, like their students' mental health, rather than just extensions on the stuff that we don't need.
There's also a feel that resources need to be offered daily, and students would like chances to take time off without risking their grades.
Allowing mental health days for students, not only for school, but for sports stuff too.
A SLU spokesperson tells News 4 the university recognizes that young people everywhere are experiencing a mental health crisis and that the pandemic has contributed to a distressing climate of uncertainty, fear, and sorrow. They say they're also offering more counseling staff to accommodate walk-in support, as well as giving multiple well-being days and mental health workshops.
I think it kind of is leading to something better and productive in the mental health world.
The university also did tell me tonight that they did establish a well-being task force in the university that's comprised of students, staff, and faculty, and they have already drafted a list of recommendations that they've shared with the university on ways to improve mental health. And we will have a link to resources on mental health both here and on WashU's campus on this news story on our website, KMOV.com, and on our news app. Reporting live, Gabriela Vidal, News.